Hello everyone and welcome to this Erasmus Plus webinar designed to support you with how to access the mobility tool, project results platform, and the organization registration system. My name is Al Walid and I am the Erasmus Plus Customer Service and Events Officer at British Council Wales, the Erasmus Plus UK National Agency. In this webinar, I'll aim to cover how to access the mobility tool to report the activities carried out as part of your Erasmus Plus project, as well as the project results platform, which is the dissemination platform where organizations share outcomes of their projects, which helps to extend their impact, improve their sustainability, and justify the European added value of Erasmus Plus. I'll also provide some information on the Organization Registration System, or ORS. Mobility Tool is the reporting platform used by the national agencies and European Commission to report on EU-funded programs such as Erasmus+. On this platform, you will provide information about the budget, number of participants, activities undertaken, and also where you will need to complete the final narrative report for your project to be submitted for assessment to the national agency. You will need to complete the report on Mobility Tool to trigger any potential remaining payments of your grants. Your final report will need to be submitted within 60 calendar days after the end date of your project. Your project end date can be found in Article I-22 of your grant agreement. The Mobility Tool will remain open for access during the reporting period. In order to access Mobility Tool, you'll need to have created an EU login using the email address we have on our systems for the contact person and legal representative of your project. If you've taken on this project after it started or you were not the person that applied, you might not have an EU login account and you'll need to create one using the link on these slides. It's recommended to use a desktop PC or laptop. Mac and Windows systems both work fine. Avoid using iPads, tablets, or phones. Use Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Internet Explorer and Safari don't always work. Please do get in touch with us as soon as possible via email if the contact person or legal representative for your organization have changed since application stage and you have not notified us of this change already. It can take a few days for this information to be updated, and we might request additional information from you in order to carry out these changes, which might impact on the timely submission of your report. Do also get in touch if you are accessing Mobility Tool using the email address that we have on our systems. You've created an EU login for that email address and you're experiencing any issues when logging in. If you already have an ECAS account, you don't have to create a new EU login account. In EU login, your credentials and personal data remain unchanged. You can still access the same services and applications as before. You just need to use your email address for logging in. If you don't have an account yet, you can create one by clicking on the Create an Account hyperlink. Insert your first name, insert your last name, enter your email address. Please remember this must be the same email address provided to the national agency. For example, in your project application form, and it should be valid and active. Confirm with the same email address above. Choose the language from the drop-down menu. Enter the CAPTCHA code visible on the screen in the field. If the code is illegible, click the refresh button for another code, or click the play button to listen to an audio version of the code. Privacy statement checkbox. This checkbox must be clicked before creating an account. Once you've filled in the details, click on the Create an Account button. A confirmation is displayed, confirming the registration. If the form is correctly filled in, an email is sent to the address you provided in order to verify that you have access to it. After a couple of seconds, you should receive an email in your mailbox. If you cannot find the email, check your spam or junk folder. Click the password creation link in your activation email. Once you've registered, you'll receive an email with your username and a link for creating your EU login password. Click on the link in your email. Click the password creation link in your activation email. Once you've registered, you'll receive an email with your username and a link for creating your EU login password. Click on the link in your email. You have a maximum of 24 hours starting from the time that the message was sent to create the password. You're advised to do so immediately, if possible. If you do not react within the 24 hours, you can make another request by following the same link. You'll need to provide your username again and confirm your request. It may take up to 5 minutes after the reception of this mail before the site will recognize your registration. Once you click on the link, a new screen will open, allowing you to create your password. Enter and confirm your password. Select a password as long and as complex as you can in order to make your account more secure. Click on the Submit button. Then click on the Proceed button in order to log in to EU Login. A new screen will open, informing you about the successful login to EU Login. Remember that the password must be at least 10 characters long. It may not contain your username, login, or any part of your full name. Must be changed every 3 months. A reminder is automatically sent 15 days before the expiry date. It should never be the same as any of your last 5 passwords. Once your EU login account is created, you can use it to access a multitude of services. While accessing these services, the EU login screen will display whenever authentication is needed. Sign in with the email and password to access tools such as the mobility tool and the organization registration system. 1. Enter your email address and click Next. The email must be the same provided while creating the EU login account. 2. Enter your EU login password. Make sure you select the verification method password. Please note, if the password option is not available in the drop-down list, the tool requires multi-factor authentication. 3. Click Sign In. And 4. After successful login, a confirmation message displays. Once you have logged into Mobility Tool, this is what your toolbar should look like. You will need to complete the different tabs on the toolbar. Please note that the tabs may be different depending on the type of project. The first tab you should look at is the project details. In this tab, you should check your project start and end dates, as well as its duration. You should also check that the OID displayed on the screen and the organizations and project details are correct. You'll not be able to edit this tab, so please get in touch if you find any errors so we can provide further guidance. This section will not only include your organization, but also other organizations involved. Some of the information might already be pre-populated. Whilst your organization will probably already be showing on the screen, you might need to add additional organizations such as course providers or receiving schools. In order to do this, you'll need to click the green Create button that you'll see in the top right-hand side of the screen. This button will show in most of the tabs on the same position. You'll need to click it to create new information. Once you click this button to add a new organization, it will take you to the screen that you can see now. If you know the OID number of the partner organization, course provider, select OID organization, enter the OID number, and save. The details will populate for you. If the organization or course provider does not have an OID, select non-OID organization, then complete all mandatory fields and save. When the project is first created on Mobility Tool, the named contact person and legal representative for an organization are granted access to the project on Mobility Tool. The contact person will have edit access and will be able to amend the information on the platform. The legal representative will only have view access and will not be able to make changes. You can, however, grant the legal representative with edit access if you want them to be able to enter or edit information. Apart from the automatically generated contacts, more people can be added as contacts for this project. To add a new contact, click the green Create button on the top right-hand side of the contact screen. This will appear in your screen. Please complete all the fields with value required in order to create the new contact. Then you'll need to select the level of access to the project and if you would like them to be the preferred contact for this project, depending on the rights and permissions you give them when creating the contact. They might be able to see or edit the information or neither. If you wanted to add, for example, your contact in the receiving organization, but you did not want them to be able to access your report. Please note that this is not the same as the preferred contact on our systems, whose address we will use to send communications to. The new contacts should now be detailed in your contacts list. They will now receive an automated login email notifying them that they have access. They will also need an EU login account. You can find Mobility Tool via the link here. Please note that this is a webinar on how to access the Mobility Tool. You can find guidance on how to complete the Mobility Tool on our website here. You can also find the EC guidance on the Mobility Tool itself on the home page under Documentation as shown at the bottom here. If you have any questions after reading the guidance, please do not hesitate to get in touch and we will do our best to assist you. The Organization Registration System is your platform for the electronic administration of EU-funded projects. You can view and edit organizational data such as bank details or LEAR, Legal Entity Appointed Representative. A LEAR can be administrative staff with access rights to keep the organization registration up to date. So please do not mistake this with a legal representative. The 8-digit OID, which is the code that starts with E, is obtained and managed through the organization registration system. When the contact person leaves the organization without appointing another person, the access to update the OID is lost. An organization can request a password reset. However, this only works when the person forgets the password. Also, if someone has left the organization, will not have access to the email address any longer, so a password reset will not help. Therefore, if this scenario applies to your organization, you should contact us as soon as possible. You can find your organization's OID in the Project Details tab on Mobility Tool. You can use the organization registration system via the link on this slide to check an organization ID as well as change some of the information linked to your organization. Open My Organizations in the Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps platform. Go to Organizations in the main menu, then click on My Organizations. Alternatively, if you are in search for an organization, scroll to the bottom of the page and select Organizations, then My Organizations. The My Organizations section is only visible once you're authenticated or signed in to EU login. If you scroll down, you can find all organizations either registered by you or for which you are an authorized person to represent the organization in relation to Erasmus Plus and or European Solidarity Corps programs. Click on the blue organization name to access the details for the selected organization in the organization registration system. The organization registration system opens with the details of the selected organization. From here, you may view or update the organization information. Update the required information on your organization, such as legal name, business name, legal status, language, country, and more. To modify organization data, access the organization data section, make the required changes. If no other updates are required for your organization, save the changes by clicking the Update button. You can do this for the remaining sections, i.e., legal address and organization contact person. To complete the update, you must click on the Update button. A success message displays. Click OK to close it. Open the Users section. The list of authorized users is displayed. Then click the Edit icon. Find the contact to be updated in the list and click the Edit icon, green pen, next to it. Make the required changes and don't forget to click Save. Please contact us if you need to change details to your organization and no one in your organization has access to the organization on the ORS. Dissemination and exploitation of results are crucial areas of the Erasmus Plus project lifecycle. The project results platform is where organizations share outcomes of their projects, which helps to extend their impact, improve their sustainability, and justify the European added value of Erasmus Plus. In order to successfully disseminate and exploit project results, organizations involved are asked to give the necessary thought to dissemination and exploitation activities when designing and implementing their projects. These activities should be proportional to your project, i.e., the individual objectives, scope, and the targets. The most important thing to note here is that Key Action 2 beneficiaries are contractually required to upload all their project results to the project results platform, and that only the lead partner will have access to the platform, as only the lead partner is required to upload the project results to the PRP. Also, K-Action 101 projects are not contractually required to upload project results to this platform. Please note that only the preferred contact person listed on our system will have access to the project on the project results platform using the same EU login details containing the email address which we have listed. Again, only the lead organization of a K-Action 229 will have access to the project results platform. The lead organization will then be responsible for uploading all results onto the platform. For example, results like lesson plans, photographic evidence, students' work, studies, resources, etc. If you're a partner organization rather than the lead, your responsibility is to send all results to the lead coordinator. Results will need to be submitted together with your final report. You can access the beneficiary dashboard from the Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps platform by clicking on Project Results, available without login, in the main menu to access the Erasmus Plus Project Results platform landing page. Scroll down on the Erasmus Plus Project Results platform page until you reach this section, Project Participants Access, and click the link. Log in to edit your project content. Once you click on the login link, you will be redirected to the European Commission's authentication system, EU login. Insert your EU login username or your email address, click Next, and then insert your EU login password and click on the login button. The email address you use for your EU login must be the same as the one you have provided to receive email notifications. If you insert a different email address, you will not be able to access the dashboard and will see this screen. If you have inserted the correct login credentials and are still having problems logging in, ensure that you've closed all other windows and/or tabs. You've cleaned your cache and history, and you've no other services open or running which require authentication through EU login. After doing that, try again to log in to your beneficiary dashboard. If you're still experiencing trouble connecting to your dashboard, please contact us. Once you accept the terms and conditions, you'll be able to see all your ongoing projects. The dashboard also consists of a number of sections available. One, program drop-down, and project filter fields use the drop-down, and the field to filter the results by program, project number or title. 2, My Projects, a list of the projects that have been registered for you. The section contains the following columns: Identifier, which is project code details; Title, which is the project title details; Status, indicating the status of the project results. See below for more details. Key action, details of the key action. Action type, details of the action type. Icon column, edit projects. Details, information, and manage my data icons. 3. Site links. Here you will find a list of links for the Erasmus Plus Project Results Platform Guide, including frequently asked questions, help desk information, linking contact information for your national agency, and terms and conditions. Here's a list of links regarding all that has been discussed in this webinar. Here are our contact details, and depending on sector, you can contact us on the above listed details. You can also contact our helpline on the above listed phone number.